Hi guys, we are back, the Weave podcast. Victorine here.
And of course, my name is Berla Mundi, and we have a special guest today. I mean, recently she blew us all away with her birthday photo shoot.
Guys, you need to go and check it out.
I don't know why there was a part of me that was hoping she'd walk in here dressed like that.
Just like that, you know.
But guess who we have? Alexandrina is here!
Yay!
Looking fabulous as always.
Welcome. We're
Thank
so
you
happy
so
to
much.
have you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
You look stunning. I'm loving this. Beautiful.
And Christy Brown.
Yes,
You know how
yes.
we do.
Yes.
We love our African designers.
Definitely.
And we're rocking Talenti.
Yeah, Talenti
Oh,
here.
fabulous.
You know.
I think I have one of those jackets.
They are
Yes,
so
beautiful.
gorgeous.
It's a must-have.
the
Yeah.
buttons.
Yeah.
And the buttons too.
It's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Do you have that piece with the fluffy skirt?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I actually
love
do
that
that. I wore that to the Grammy event.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh yeah. With the
top.
With the
You have one as well, right?
I have the black one and I
Yeah.
wear it with like a blazer.
Oh, good.
So nice.
I should try that too.
We love blazers.
Yes.
Guys, her photo shoot, she was wearing the Christy Brown black blazer with like a hat made out of,
was
out of this
stunning.
world.
Don't make me shy.
No, you smashed
You know,
it.
it's always different behind the camera. But
Yeah.
then when you have to talk about it in person, you're like, oh my gosh.
Are you blushing? I can imagine, like, how many people sent you messages saying you killed it totally with that shoot?
Like, I can't count. It was just like constant
Yeah,
notifications.
back to
Oh my
back.
God, fire emojis.
And then the video when she was like, she's like,
Oh
It was
yes.
being like,
yes. I
yes.
tried to do these cheeky reels,
Yeah.
and even when I was doing them, it was so out of place for me because I don't have that kind of like in your face sass. But I just had fun. I was just like,
That's
you know
the main
what?
thing.
Everyone knows me, so they know I don't mean anything bad, you know, by being a bit cheeky. So I was like, I was just having fun.
But that's the thing. How did you come up with this concept? Because everybody knows you as this sweet person on social media, posts all those very pretty videos.
Yes.
All of a sudden we're seeing
I like bad girl kind of.
Alexandrina Fierce
Yeah.
all over the place.
That was exactly it, because my whole idea was to have my two sides, not necessarily good and bad, but the flip sides of me, like, you know, the yin and yang kind of thing. So my fierce side, which is a great word, and then my more soft, demure side. So that was what it was. So that first one I posted with the dark, with the gloves, was more like the romantic side.
Okay.
And then I had the more like Black Swan.
Yes.
Vibe.
Yes,
that was the
exactly.
inspiration. It was Black Swan.
The editorial.
That's why I had the feathers. So it was Black
Loved
Swan.
it.
That was
Who was behind? I saw it was Emmanuel, right?
Yes, so I worked with Gilbert Asante, who's a photographer. So
Nice.
we can do all the planning we want. If we don't have a photographer to capture
You know.
and understand the essence of what we're trying to do, it's
Yes.
not going to come through.
It's true.
But
Amazing
Gilbert,
team.
amazing. Emmanuel, that's Debonair Afrique, New
Yeah,
Orleans.
yeah.
And then
Velma,
Velma.
who
Velma,
does
who did the millinery.
accessories.
Yes.
I've
and
never
then
tried,
I styled myself.
Oh, you
yeah.
should. Oh, you styled yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
I mean, you were held, but yeah.
Yeah. But
always
she's done a
fast
fantastic
and
job, you know,
Thank
handling
you.
her fashion and all that. So
Thank you.
You do all
not?
makeup extraordinaire,
You think
fashion
I'm some
extraordinaire.
Are you not? Are you not? I mean, you've worked in the industry for God knows how long.
Yeah.
I mean, when makeup was starting, you were already there, you were
Yeah.
professional. Tell me, how many years ago did you start?
13, about 13 now. I'm clocking 13 now.
Wow.
13. At that time, we didn't have to use, you know, the concealer under our brows and stuff.
Not really, no.
What was the
It
trend back?
Those days, the trend was, I mean, just not as finessed as now, you know, not as much blending. It was more like applying layers. Definitely none of that. The eyebrow trend started about 2 years or 3 years after I came in. It was kind of like just very simple, very natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to do justice to you. How would you define and introduce yourself?
Oh my
Who
word.
is Alexandrina
Don't
Don
do that to me.
We want to hear it from your mouth. Go ahead.
Well, Alexandrina is, in a sense, multidisciplinary within the beauty industry, because I know you asked me this question before we
Yes.
started rolling, like,
Yes.
which part of makeup am I,
What you do
you
more.
know, do more? And my answer to you was the same as is, like, I am very comfortable across all the different disciplines in makeup and beauty. The only thing I haven't done and decided not to do was movies and
Okay.
like music videos, plainly because of my role as a mom
Yeah.
and the kind of scheduling those things requires. And I just said I would rather focus on fashion, editorial, TV.
Yeah.
Like not film, but I've done TV makeup. I did actually start in TV on production on set.
Is it?
Yes. That's
Okay.
my start. That was actually my start.
In
Oh,
Ghana? Was
In
it
Ghana,
in
yes.
Ghana?
Yes.
Wow.
So I was doing the shows for Omotala, The Real Me, Jocelyn Dumas. I keep at home with Jocelyn Dumas. At Home
That's
with
how you
Jibodi.
started?
That's how I started. I was a makeup artist.
Why
on
does it
set.
feel like you were already a pro makeup artist before then?
Before that.
Yeah.
I just as I finished training, I went straight into TV.
Into TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a good start
Exactly.
for you know, the work that you do.
So I do bridal, I do everything. So Alexandrina is kind of like I'm all round and more and then some, and I think that's my value add.
Right.
Which is like I don't just focus on the work,
On the work.
you've hired me for. I focus on you.
Yeah.
I think of hair, I think of fashion, think of nails. So the client gets all these
whole
sides
look,
of me, which
right.
is quite overwhelming. But they're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I leave a lasting impression on
I love
everyone
that.
that I spend time with.
Interesting.
I think that's
How did makeup start for you?
Why makeup?
Why makeup? So there's two parts of the story. First thing is, you know, every girl, myself, I watched my mom applying her makeup when I was younger, and as soon as I became old enough, you know, it was lip gloss, a little bit of mascara,
Yeah.
and that was it. I think makeup found me again much later on when I was working in TV and I was doing quality control and set design.
Okay.
And just as we were sitting here, you know, I was watching post-production content of everything, looking out for errors, and I saw so many makeup errors and so many like other errors, and I was like, why are people doing this to women? And I decided, I looked at the problem multiple times. I saw it so much, and I decided to do something about it.
Okay.
So in conversing with the director and complaining, literally, he said, why don't you do something about it then if you think you can do better? And I went and
Love
on
that
one of our
answer.
trips to do productions, I did a little course here, I did another course here. So I bunched
Okay.
it together and finished in advanced makeup artistry. Also graduated in a certificate in session styling and hairstyling. So like, that's where I became quite conversant with everything surrounding, you know,
Beauty?
lights, camera, action.
Yeah.
Let's come on.
Literally
Everything.
Yeah.
So,
Talking about hair, you just cut your hair.
yes, I did a
You
bit.
know, people know you as Alexandrina with the long
hair. Those are usually, quite recently, those are usually wigs or weave-ons that I have.
okay.
So I always kind of do a protective style for my hair.
Okay.
But this time I'm just rocking my natural
Yeah, it
looks.
looks good.
Beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
What inspired you to cut the hair?
I've had short hair. I've been growing it out. I've had a bit of issues with hair loss and stuff. So I've kind of found my way now, and I'm very happy.
Because I'm asking, like, it's not easy to cut. Me, when I had my third child, I lost my hair. Like my first pregnancies, my hair grew a lot, but the last one, I had a lot of hair loss, and so I knew I had to
Yeah.
cut it so
Let it
that
go.
it grows better.
Yeah.
But it was so hard for me to let it go. Like my hair is long, like this length, but I
Wow.
had to cut it. Just
Yeah.
like this
Everything.
length.
Yeah, yeah.
Did your baby come with a lot of hair? Your third baby? Maybe, yeah. So probably where you lost.
Yeah.
This
She
is
took
Dr.
everything.
Dr. Mundi
See?
talking, even though I have
Dr. Mundi, how do you know
no
that?
scientific evidence for that.
Look at the
It's a
diagnosis.
hormonal imbalance. You know, it happens to
Yeah.
a lot of women. It's quite common. And
It was so
we are so
hard.
used to it. Some of us don't even talk about it. But
Yeah.
for me, it started from a loss of a dear friend. So it was stress, hormones, and then just started hair loss. I've not fully recovered from it, but you see, it's so hard to tell someone you have hair loss when you have a full head of hair.
Exactly.
Because they kind of
Yeah.
expect you to have like bald patches. But
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of volume
Yeah, compared to what?
compared to what it was before.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to just
Get it back.
not it's so hard to get it back though, because it's a whole idea of you have to de-stress. You know, when your body is in a constant state of stress, sometimes you can't
It's
get
a
over
lot of
yourself.
mental.
I tried the supplements, some work, some don't work, but I've just left it. I just left it to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's a lot of mental.
And I just try and keep it healthy, trim it
Yeah.
very frequently.
And in trying to de-stress, what are some of the things you've done as well? Because I noticed that you also sort of took a break from makeup for a
Yes,
while.
I did.
Was that all part of the healing
No.
process?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, it was needed. I had to go out of the country because my kids were old enough to start their college, so I had to make sure they were settled in, and you know, I'm their carer, so I had to step in.
Mother extraordinaire as well. How many
really
kids
nice.
do you have?
I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl.
And a girl. Oh, lovely.
I saw a photo of them, and
Yes,
it was,
I posted it
was so
recently.
stunning,
Yeah.
yes. It was a beautiful.
Yeah, I'm
family
quite
picture.
private with my family, but then I think I'm just coming into this new place where I'm very comfortable and confident, and I feel I've paid my dues. So like, okay, because I was so focused on work, my brand, my appearance, how I show up, when I show up, to what I show up. So I didn't want it to get mixed up with anything personal, because I felt there were enough influencers and people putting their personal business out there. So I very intentionally kept that away, because there was so much more for me to put out there. So
How did that impact your work? Because for a lot of people, whether you like it or not, it's like everything is intertwined. So your work, your family, and everybody wants to see a lot more of that. But if you decide to sacrifice some aspects of it, then it becomes,
is true. It impacted me in different ways, like depending on what the day was or what the event was. There's times when my house was literally on fire, you know, like kids were ill or someone was in the hospital, but I still had to show up for work. And I had a good support system. I have a good support system. So it's helped me to navigate, because I don't think there's any such thing as balancing the balls.
The balance thing.
That's a big fad. It's just, as they say, it's cap.
Yeah.
It's a complete
There's
lie.
no balance.
There's no balance.
There's no balance.
So you have to get used to dropping the ball and relying on someone every now and then.
That's the biggest thing,
important
right? The
to have
support
a
system.
support system. And that's how I made it. The support system.
Through your support. Because your work requires you to travel around a lot.
Yes.
And so you're not stationed all the time. And family is, you know, bearing the brunt for that as well.
Yeah. And then I made sure that it's something like, you know, on weekends. So that's why starting up, when I was working heavy in production, I did no brides, because brides are on
they take you
Thursdays,
everywhere.
Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. And so I would do Monday to Fridays, and I would not take brides. So for years, I wouldn't take any brides.
Weekends you'll be,
I'm at home. Because almost all the engagements and weddings are leading up to the weekend or in the weekend.
Do you remember the first bride? That helped
I
you
do.
break that rule?
Yes, I do. It was my very best friend from Morning Star.
Okay.
Wow.
She was a Lebanese bride, Sabah, and she was my first bride. Yeah.
So you did it only because she was
I
your best
remember
friend?
looking at the pictures. I'm like, oh my god, please get me married. Let me do this again.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
No, it wasn't bad, but like looking at my, you know, we're perfectionists. Now I look at it and I'm like, oh, I should have done this differently.
But you know, you look at it that way, but then look at it the other way, like the growth from that to now. You know, because that would be terrible to look at them and then, you know.
Exactly.
That's what we do now. We
What
look
did
at
her
the process.
What did her brows look like?
She had very thick brows. Thank God, you know, she was challenged. So she had gorgeous brows. I just had to like trim them.
Let's talk about the brows, Alexandrina.
You love the brows.
No, because I always fight with whoever is doing my makeup. I always tell them the first thing, I don't like thick brows.
Right.
I want like them thin, you know, like not too much. But they're like, oh, why? Because I guess it's a trend.
Right.
People want like big, thick eyebrows,
Yeah.
you know. So you've seen it in the industry.
Yes, I've seen it. I mean, your brows are gorgeous. I believe they suit you.
Thank you.
They suit your features.
How would you define them? Are they thin or in between thin and thick?
They're fine for me, but if you're to look at the trend, they are thinner than the normal trend.
trend.
So if you were to go with a makeup artist that's more into the trendy look, they will definitely make them thicker for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, let's talk a bit more about the brows, because when the whole trend started where you had to now use concealer under your brows and stuff, I realized that people were almost doing unibrows.
Yes.
It's like they fade off this side, but you can still literally tell that there's something happening.
Yeah.
I mean, as a professional makeup artist, what were you thinking about every time you saw those brows?
It's so funny. I hated them absolutely. And every time I would work fashion weeks and I'd have like 20 plus makeup artists on my team, I'd say no Instagram brows.
Oh.
That's what I called it.
That's
I said,
what
no Instagram brows. And I'd make that announcement during, post, anytime. So they know me. I'm like, no brows, actually. Leave the brows as they are.
Okay.
They listen.
Yeah. Yes. Well, the first time was a bit shaky.
Yeah.
And then we got there.
So what happened to like a client? You go to a client and then I tell you, this is what I want. You can just recommend, right? No.
I would do it as best as I could to my standards, not to the trend standards. So I always take a trend and reinterpret it into what I believe is the best for each person, because each client is different, you know. And yes, I aim to please the client, but I can also advise.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't go down well, then I will do my best to give them what I can. Because I just cannot create something that I myself
don't.
I can't do it. I don't know how to put it.
It's also your work.
It's so hard for me to do because I'm so used to blending. So like when I see very harsh lines, sometimes I end up blending and I make it soft. It's you see, so that's why I believe people go to different makeup artists, because women that love a softer look, a more demure look, maybe they gravitate towards me. And when they want one of a different type, they might not think of me in that sense. So I believe it's not a signature per se, but it's kind of like the finish that I give you.
Have you had a client who, after doing her makeup, she probably looked at you and was like, I don't like my makeup?
Yes, I have.
How do you deal with that?
I cried my eyes out.
It's done. So
I wanted to just get out of the beauty industry.
Really?
I just wanted to stop. I cried.
Because
it was so stressful.
Oh my God.
It was a stressful situation that led up to that. And I think I just felt so defeated.
Oh.
I mean, anyone would. I think it's normal. You know, standing for long hours doing something and then the client tells you they don't like it. And so you kind of feel you fail them. And I failed myself. And it happened at a time where, I mean, I was not a novice, but it taught me a lot of lessons, gave me a bit more strength and resilience. Funny enough, after I said you didn't like it, I think the audio file messed up from the filming, so they told me to come back again. I was like, no.
I thought because then maybe this was a chance for you to redo.
I just got the fact that it's not working.
To redo it.
God send.
There have also been times, and I've been guilty of that. You know, we're not able to tell the makeup artist, I don't like the makeup you've done. Right. So I go into the room.
So do you do it?
I get my makeup, and I'm like, okay, let me try and fix it.
And
sometimes they walk in and catch you, and you're like,
and then you feel
no, it was just a little patch here that I was trying to fill.
The tears are not from the memories.
But have you had that as well? And
oh yes, I think that it's normal, and I don't feel any way about it because it's just it's women. It's women. You understand? Like you have your own little nuances, the little things you like, and even though I might do it right, I'm not going to be there with you 24/7. You are going to touch it up at some point, and unless you've done something terrible, I will point it out to you. Otherwise, I'm fine.
No, but won't it bruise
and I'd
your
rather
ego
say,
a bit?
No, not at all. I'd rather say, oh, tell me what you want me to do and I'll change it. So it's happened a few times where maybe I can see the client goes, I mean, it's been quite rare in the past.
Like, no, finish.
No, but like you can tell they want to touch something up and I just tell them, just tell me what you want to do. I will do it for you. I'll do it because at that point I finished the makeup. Maybe it's a little touch. Maybe they want like a darker lip liner. I've made it too soft. I'm like, tell me what you want, and then I'll convince them and I'll do it for them.
There's some makeup artists who are not that nice. So already when she's doing your makeup, she has an attitude.
Yes.
Because you're telling her, I don't like this, I like that. And then all of a sudden,
and then she wants to force you to like it. I mean, it's me. I'm telling you, this is what I want. And she's telling you, no, this is how it should be.
But you guys can be difficult sometimes.
Oh, but I didn't want to insist. I know my facial structure.
But the client is king, right?
We are paying you. I'm paying you for it.
So you see, so it's like each one of us is coming from totally different sides. But when we come to gather and to do makeup, I believe that everyone puts, especially the person offering a service, you know, service industry is not easy.
It's not.
Yeah, you leave your baggage aside and you are there for that client, for that moment. You are part of their life. You know, you overhear conversations. You see tender moments between, you know, grooms and brides or like friends. There's so many emotions that go on. So I believe that you always have to put your things to the back and fully immerse yourself and be of service to the person.
It's really have to be a selfless person.
Because beauty is not just about what I put on your face, it's how you feel inside. I might do the most minimal thing to your face, but your memory of that day will be like, I'm the best.
Exactly.
Because I made you feel great aside of covering your skin.
Your makeup.
Yes.
It's true.
I like that. And talk about how you make people feel. There's some makeup artists who gossip quite a lot. So you know they come around
they
you
hear a lot.
Exactly. So it's either they're carrying what they're seeing around you or hearing around you out, or they're coming to you and offloading all the information that they probably gathered.
That's true. That's usually a red flag if you see someone talking about other people's issues.
I run.
Like, okay.
I run.
Yeah.
The moment you start talking
because
like
if
that,
you do it, it means that you do it to me too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
so
that's just human nature.
I'm sorry, dear makeup artist. If I never came back to you, that's probably one of the reasons.
Oh my God.
That's like, so
The tea is
you guys
they will recognize themselves because I get scared. You know?
True.
I don't know how you deal with it, because I'm sure you've had instances where some clients have told you, I didn't work with this person again because, this person was probably talking a bit too much.
Yeah.
How do you know when to talk less, when to just focus on your job, and when you can open up to your client?
It depends on the department of the client. If you come in and I can clearly, so I'm quite aware of these things. Maybe other people aren't, but for me, it's something that I can literally sense. So I can tell by your eyes, by your body language, if you're stressed, if it's something I can help with, I'll offer, because I'm so close to you at that point. I mean, I can literally smell your breath, I can feel your heartbeat. So when these things happen, I offer, or I try and take your mind off it. If you're not chatty, then I give you that space. And a lot of times, because that communication path is open, you say, I'm dealing with some stressful things now. Oh, I might see you on the phone, a business lady talking to many different things, having a meeting. I can pick certain things in the conversation, not as a gossip, but to put pieces together and realize that, no, this person is going through a lot. Let me just be in peace, do the thing I've got to do, because they are on edge. And when they finish and they relax, usually it's all good.
Beautiful.
So it's kind of just, you have to judge it based on that moment when you enter, because you could have been talking to them previously and they're absolutely fine. But you and I know as women, something else, maybe something happened at home that day, maybe something happened in work, maybe a call came through 30 minutes before. I can't be bossy about it, like I'm offering a service. So, and my service is very dependent on you finishing and liking it. And sometimes you can look as beautiful as you want to look, and then you're in a bad mood and you see it and you don't like anything, you start tearing everything apart. So I have to build that confidence back in you, even if it's a little bit. Just say, you look amazing, you look beautiful, and just repeat that, reiterate that.
Yes, exactly. So they're more than just skin.
Yes, we get into the mind because it's psychological. It's how you feel about yourself.
What's your favorite customer, client? What would be the ideal customer for you?
Oh, well, I can't choose. I think everyone.
Please tell.
Everyone is different.
I can't. Everyone is different. I can't.
But you don't want a client who's a chatterbox.
No, I don't.
Because then they mess up.
I don't mind.
Because when you're applying the
I can calm you down. So I do both. I don't just hype you up. I can also calm you down.
Are you sure you're in the right profession? I think you should be doing something related to psychology or something.
I think that's what makes it easy for me to go around in different places and still feel comfortable. I mean, I go through ages. I have young clients. Sometimes I have mature clients. I have like grandmas that I've done.
What's your youngest?
My youngest, I think, was 16 or something.
Oh.
Was it sweet 16?
Yeah, it was like a sweet 16. Yeah.
That must have been nice.
Yeah, very happy.
Me, I did not have that for my sweet 16. My mom taking me to a makeup artist.
I think maybe also around that time, makeup wasn't
as
big as
now
and as common as now. And I was going to ask you that because when you started, there were very few of you in the industry.
Yes.
Now every corner, there are like 10 makeup artists.
How did you navigate,
I mean, there were times where you felt the pressure of wanting to do something different because everyone's coming with something different, different pricing, different styles. But I kind of just grew into myself and became comfortable with the kind of service I provide. So I think there's enough space for all of us to thrive. All of us have our own clients. We have our own styles.
All different.
And it's good. It's fine. There's enough customers to go around. And one woman doesn't, I mean, yes, there is a sense of loyalty here where a woman might stick to a makeup artist, but at the end of the day too, sometimes they switch. So it depends on what they want or what the event is, and they'll have a makeup artist maybe in this category doing something more every day, and then you have a makeup artist for like a special occasion, and you would call someone else. So I think for all of us,
so you don't take it personally
at all.
No,
at all.
That I meet you because some of us, you tend to hide. Like I hope my makeup artist is that I use someone else.
And because I kind of like, I've also through my years, gotten close to a lot of my colleagues. I can't hate on them. It's like it defeats the purpose. How am I going to preach and say let's all get together and then I'm also so my heart doesn't know such things.
I'm not human beings. We're very territorial.
No,
I want to make sure I'm the one that's handling everything.
Like my
that
makeup artist, who did your makeup? It was not me. You did not call me.
Exactly.
So You know,
I feel very territorial. Even us, I mean, when I have a makeup artist and you're doing someone else's makeup, I'm looking at you like, I know you have to work and make money. I'm looking at you like, why are you doing anybody else's makeup apart from me? You know what I mean?
I know.
So it happens.
I know, but I don't think I've ever, even if there's ever been a time that thought has crossed my mind, it's never been a serious thought. It's more like, yeah, whatever. You know, it's like for a moment. Okay, if I see someone doing something that I really like, I might look at it and be like, oh, I like this technique. Oh, I like this look. How do I make it? That's the most.
Yeah.
That's
you don't make a big deal out of it.
No, not at all.
There's
And if clients go between makeup artists, I'm fine.
There's something very important she said. So at the time when you spotted the mistakes on set,
Right.
you didn't just decide I'm going online to go and buy makeup tools and products to come and do makeup.
No.
You took some courses.
Yes.
We have a lot of makeup artists now.
Self-taught.
They
Yes.
never.
Yeah.
Yes, because of the rise of YouTube.
Okay.
Because now you
They
have the rise
learn
of
with
YouTube,
YouTube.
and now you have classes that are available online, classes that are available on WhatsApp, on Telegram. I think they have so many options on how to learn a certain look and specialize in it.
So it's not a problem if I ask you, how did you learn makeup? Oh, YouTube.
Then it's your decision as the client
Yeah,
if
as
you
a
want
client,
that.
if you want
Because
someone.
I also want some level of professionalism.
Right, so then maybe how they learned might not be so much of an issue. Maybe it's more of the experience or looking at how they do makeup or what kind of clients they've had.
Like,
Because
do you like the result at the end of the day?
it's not rocket science. I always say makeup is not rocket science. I mean, look at you, darling.
I've been learning.
That's her makeup.
I mean, I just said today, you did it yourself.
Yes, I did it myself.
on.
I tried. I fight with my brows a lot, though. I don't always get it right. I don't know if I'm the only
It's
one.
right.
It's right. And
Oh,
then the fact
I
that
might be
it's
lucky today
like
then.
even. It's not one is bigger than
Listen,
the other
it's a
one.
good day, darling.
That's
You
the fight,
have you had issues with brows
Yeah.
being bigger than
Like,
Talk about it so passionately.
It's a good day.
like you see, the brows are not even. Like
Yeah.
You'll be happy that the brow trends are coming back to skinny again then.
Yeah, they
Is it-
are.
Yeah, they are.
Is it not in
1920s.
Africa? I see it in the US.
No,
somehow.
Well, but those are the trends that influence us. In as much as we might not take it on, but those are the trends. You might see more and more of it. And you know,
Yeah.
sometimes when you see more and
Like
more of it, you might think,
the
oh, it's
Doja
actually
Cat and the
pretty.
Cardi B.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You see,
Those
that,
are
they just
1920s.
draw the line.
1920s.
And we used to do it with a black pencil. And they draw a dot somewhere.
In the brow.
The Cardi B one. Did you
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Do you think that is nice?
It's a theme.
No, I
a
love
theme.
how Alexandra. She's so diplomatic. eh?
It's artistic. It's an artistic expression. So it's like they looked at something, they were creating something, and that brow had to go with whatever
Would
they
you
were
do that
creating.
to yourself on a
Me?
normal day, like you're coming for an
Why?
interview?
No,
like
I
you-
have normal brows. I
Okay.
wouldn't do that.
Okay.
And I love my brows. Unless I was going for something that demanded that look,
Yeah.
then I would be authentic to that era and that
do
artistic
it.
expression and do it. And I think that's what all these celebrities are doing. And we take it and bring it into our everyday.
Please don't copy them.
Please don't do the Doja Cat.
Like one black
don't
line
say
on your face like that.
Don't
And
do
see them
that.
burn all the way here.
Yeah,
Like, why?
That's been going on for a while. Our aunties, some of our aunties have
Hey,
been
they
doing
still
that.
do it. I'm
They still
honest.
do it.
Hello, Mama.
There was a lady I met at immigration, and I literally was
You
stopping
saw it.
in
She was doing-
Abidjan, and she was a female immigration officer, and it took everything in me not to just take my thumb and like,
And just-
because her brows were not this way, they were going the other way. She
Oh,
had like
no.
a check mark, and they were in red, like a check mark.
Like
her
why?
brow went down this way and then up that way. And I thought, I couldn't speak French, because I was like, I wish I could just tell her, excuse me, ma'am, may I correct your brows for you? Because I'm comfortable. If I'm comfortable with you, I will do it.
Oh, you would?
My friends
Oh.
know me for that.
You use your
If I'm
phone to work it
comfortable
out.
with you,
just-
like you, if I see you and you're having a bad situation and you are unaware of it,
you come
I'll
and- yes,
definitely
come
pull
in.
you aside and say, Bella, come, let me correct something for you. Now correct it. I promise you. As long as
Well,
I know
it's
you are not going to
actually
take it
good.
and you
Exactly.
trust my decision,
It's actually
I'll do
good.
it.
Instead of her letting you go, and then people will see
same
the
way.
streets.
You know, when I was doing
business.
makeup for Jocelyn
Yeah.
knows this. She's like, I'll be dancing and Sandra will come and be like, touch it up. Yeah. I'll
I
just
love
do
it.
it. Because for
What
perfection, I'll do
is
it.
the craziest thing you've seen? Like, let's not talk about eyebrows. Like in makeup, any trends? Like the lips, maybe. We had the trend of ombre.
I think a lip trend that jumps out at me that was a bit crazy was when they had like one dark upper lip and then one glossy, like a pink lip under. I think it came from like the northern side. I think they put a dye or something on their lip, and I saw people interpret it
Yeah.
in our everyday life.
That was scary.
I think that was a bit kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
I get that it's a cultural reference, but
But on an everyday
I just
look,
felt the whole contrast of a almost blue black lip on top and then a pink bottom or the opposite.
Oh, you know the other one where you line your lips black.
That's
Yeah, the
trendy.
black too.
I'm sorry, I love it. Black with
no,
red.
no,
the liner, the
no,
black.
that's like-
Please, Alexandrina, how do you like that?
No, that black lip liner with the red is so
With
good.
the red?
With the red is so good.
Huh?
It's so good.
So you line with the black.
You line with black and then you apply like either a dark brown or a red and then you blend. So that bleed becomes like almost like a dark brown,
Oh, I
but
know
it's
what you
very
mean.
intense. So it gives you, it just gives you a nice definition.
That's
I like
nice.
it.
But the other one I'm talking
you're
about,
talking
the
about
black,
the
black
black
one,
with
and then you put lip gloss on
It's
it.
everywhere.
So you can literally see the line.
Yeah,
Like
so that's a bit
influencers
of a
are
crazy
doing it.
trend.
Is that wrong?
It's not, there's nothing wrong in makeup, but I just think it's what we look at and say, not for me.
Why are the
It
influencers doing it?
It definitely works for the person who's doing it.
I used to do it when I was young, but that was a trend.
So you reminds me of
I
those
love the
days.
dark lip
Yeah.
liner. I always think a brown girl needs a dark lip liner, no matter what. I would
I use brown.
I would put a darker lip liner on yours.
Darker.
You're like, she didn't even come to say, you know what, let me start.
I use brown, so because I
Since
used to
we're on the
use
matter.
dark. I used to use.
I wouldn't use
dark.
black, but I'll use a dark brown to line the
Dark
pink
brown.
before.
Yes. Okay.
Every brown girl needs a lip liner, like around the knee, especially when you're trying to get that nude look. You need that depth. That
I always fight.
My phone, let me check something.
always
Let me
like-
catch
Your-
my
yours is
lips.
fine. Oh, don't be scared now.
I'm waiting to see if she's coming to be like,
She line. You line.
yours
But me,
is
the
not
line
like-
I think in my head is like, it reminds me of those days. My mom, when she was doing her makeup, she was using a lot of black pencil with her
Right.
lips. So it goes back to those days, 30
Yes.
years ago. And I
Yes.
see influencers doing it all over. They are
Yeah.
18, 20,
Yeah.
22 doing it all the time. I'm like, what
Yeah.
are you doing? You know?
yeah.
It's a new trend.
Yeah.
But trends
Do we have to follow every trend though?
Exactly. Trends are not always
Because at
good.
some point you become comfortable with your look and your
Exactly.
look might not be in trend anymore.
But that's
But
the
you
thing.
become
Once in a
comfortable
while,
with
push
it.
yourself a bit, no?
It's true. I agree with that. But then you shouldn't do something that is not also good looking on you.
You know what people do that is not good looking? It's
What?
like they never blend.
Oh, where the makeup stops at the jawline,
They forget about
the
here.
neck, yeah.
Yeah. How do you know? Because for me, I always, whenever someone is going to do my makeup, I tell them I oxidize makeup. So you have to
Okay.
use lighter makeup on my skin.
Right.
But sometimes if you don't take care, they use a shade way lighter than your skin
Right.
tone. And then before you realize, you look
Yes.
white here.
Yes.
You look like an
Yes.
African from, the
Yes.
neck down.
And I believe you learned about the oxidization after I did your makeup because I realized
You
you,
taught me.
oxidize. Yes.
You
Because I
taught
remember
me.
you
Oh,
oxidized.
yes.
So that's where it comes from. You
When
didn't
I-
even
when I
remember.
tell them before they touch, I'm like, you know what, I oxidized. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not remembering
Credit.
that.
I didn't even remember. You just reminded me. But I'm like, oh, shit. Something happened. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Because I think I have a faint memory of applying makeup and seeing I applied much darker and then I had to brighten up. Yes.
I remember when we're doing the glitz
Yes.
maxing.
Yes.
So you
That's
see,
correct.
I know my
Yeah.
stuff.
Hey.
The foundation itself naturally sometimes has properties that oxidize more, but
okay.
then sometimes your natural body chemistry causes the chemicals to oxidize even further.
So how do you know what to use then? Because if you're trying to use a shade that will make you look too dark, and you get it wrong, then
You just have to start all over again. So it depends
Whoa.
on, like the clients. No, I'm talking from a makeup artist
Okay,
perspective.
okay.
So if
Okay,
I'm
okay.
doing it and you go darker, there's nothing I'm going to do to correct it. I have to take it off and I have to apply or correct what I can to brighten up so
Okay.
that the dark parts become like a contour type bronze and then the brighter parts maybe under your eyes, on your jawbones, on your forehead becomes more of a brighter part.
Oh.
So I can play around with it or just, you know what, take everything
wipe
off
it
and
off.
start again.
all over again.
Yeah. Why not?
I see.
You paid for
Well-
it. You want to look good.
Okay.
People will wait. They wait for you.
I'm always in a hurry. I don't think I have time. I'll tell you, fix it some way,
Fix it
somehow.
somewhere. So, yes, or for TV and stuff, you have a work around it. But if you have the luxury of time, I would always
Yeah.
advise, like, let's start and then it carries you through the day very comfortably.
You know what I want us to talk about now?
What?
Guess what?
I don't
It's
know.
not eyebrows.
It's not eyebrows. What is it?
Butterfly, lashes.
Do you know what my dad calls it? Eye brushes.
Oh.
My dad calls it butterfly. Like, what have you done to your eyes?
Yeah.
You know?
Right now they
It's
do
doing
some
the-
extra lashes, and now we have mink lashes. So sometimes you
Mink.
can literally
It's
just.
really like
they're
you're
all
about to
synthetic
fly.
now. Hardly mink because of, animal rights and all that. And
Oh,
mink
so
lashes,
you
they are
can't.
quite difficult to
It's really literally
even get
about
right.
to-
Yeah, they're more expensive. So
Yes.
now with Synthetic are now like mink lashes. Most of the lashes we wear are synthetic.
But would you recommend that?
Yeah,
is it
it's
good
fine.
to do synthetic on your eyes? Isn't it risky?
I mean,
aren't you damaging?
the ones we all wear,
Yeah,
they're all synthetic.
synthetic. What you're wearing are synthetic.
Wow.
Should you know the kind of or the shape of your eye to determine which kind of
Most
lashes
definitely.
to use?
I mean, if you're using strip lashes, as you can see, there are so many different styles,
Style,
and they
right.
go with a different look,
Okay.
a different eye. So hooded eyes would look better in a different eyelash shape. Certain looks like a foxy eye, you'd have like more inner corner, shorter inner corner, longer outer corner.
Yeah.
So it depends on. And you can only know these things by trying them out. Because you see,
Yeah.
sometimes you have small eyes and then the lashes make your eyes even
Yeah.
smaller.
It drops,
And
yeah.
sometimes you have lashes you wear and they make you
Your eye pop.
eye pop much wider.
It happened to me because I was
Yes.
like, okay, I want my
Certain
lashes
curls.
are short, and
Yeah.
I'm looking for the long one.
Yeah.
And then you put it on. I look at my eye; it looks smaller.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So you're disappointed. You're like, what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
So
I
not
think
every lashes.
lashes are beautiful. I personally love lashes. I always advise every client to wear some type of lash, if a half lash, a quarter lash, something.
Okay.
Even for my older clientele, they are usually, I don't want anything on my eyes, and I'll convince them. I even put like a little cluster, just
Yeah.
2 or 3
Yeah.
clusters there, just to pop the eye. Because
yeah.
when you do a full glam look, you kind of look
Without-
bare without the lashes,
Yes.
unless you are
Lashes,
naturally,
yeah.
you know, like the Asian, sometimes the Arabs, they have like naturally
Yeah.
Natural
long
long
lashes.
lashes.
They might not need it, but then I think,
For everyone else.
yeah, I love lashes.
The lashes.
You should have a pair of lashes and you should
It's
be comfortable
something
wearing
that I
lashes.
always why didn't I have
But you know,
long
so
lashes?
so we wear lashes so much that now when you don't have them on, you feel like you look
You
sick.
feel bare.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Even
true.
without makeup.
I'm fine. I usually don't wear lashes, but if it's like a special occasion, I'll wear my lashes. Like today, I wear my lashes.
Yeah, I see that. They're beautiful.
We are all wearing lashes, guys.
But you wear so much and then now you pull out your own lashes, so now you have to literally rely
Especially
on
with
them all
the individual
time.
lashes, I
Oh
believe
my
sometimes
God.
a lot of women like pull it off and then it actually comes out.
Yeah,
So I
it's-
prefer the strip lash because
The strip lash, yeah.
I'm someone that picks a lot on myself. So if I get like stressed or something, then I
start-
start trying to pull
yeah.
and I'm
the same.
damaging my
me
own
as
eyes.
trim, so every time I try the
Oh,
extensions,
okay.
it's
It
not
doesn't stay?
comfortable. It
Okay.
doesn't stay.
True.
And I'm always losing them.
That's
At least
true.
a day. I did someone I went to my trip. Every day I will lose like 5.
Oh,
Coming
true.
off.
oh.
Yes. And then my eyes are always like watery.
Watery, yeah.
I'm
I also have.
crying.
You've noticed that like these
Yeah,
days I
yeah.
have like very watery eyes. So
Yeah.
like
So it's not for
comes with
everyone.
it.
Is it you know telling you that okay maybe you should stop wearing lashes for a while or
Or you
Oh,
just
no. I think the eyes are very sensitive, so you go with what your body needs. If your eyes are watery, I always say allergies and sensitivities happen the moment you put them. It takes less than 2 or 3 seconds. So if I put any cosmetic on your face, you start to feel a tingle, you start to feel an itch, you might see some redness. If you ignore it, those are the signs of you not going along with whatever was placed on your skin. And the same with eyes. So eyelashes usually is the glue. Because some of the glue is latex. You might have a latex sensitivity. Yes. So you have to know sometimes the glue they use, some of the makeup artists that are not very well trained might be using like hair bonding glue
do that
because
a
they
lot.
want
Oh my
they
God.
and
So
it's
dangerous.
for longevity, I mean. But then the hair on the eyes is so much more tender than the hair on the head. So that's where when you're taking it off, you need to be so careful and use like maybe, for example, a serum, something with oil. warm to kind of take off that gumminess as opposed to just ripping
Rip
it
it
off.
off,
Because
yeah.
water will not do. When you're using hair bonding glue, water is not going to help you take it off. So you have to take it off with like a remover, something emollient with the oil in it.
Yeah.
So those sensitivities and those wateriness, red eyes might happen from the glue. Or your eyes might just be so sensitive to the lashes. I have a friend that I can't even come this close.
To her
This
eyes.
close to
Her
she's
eyes will just-
she's just blinking, she starts watering. It's just
So she can't wear-
that's neither the glue nor the lash. She's just not
you just can't wear the
not comfortable with having anything around her.
Yeah.
So
Let's before we finish.
we are already at the end. My word.
oh you want us to do a
Almost.
part 2?
You see?
Okay, let's
we
keep
need
going.
to. The topics are too many. What do you think about baby hair?
Oh, I wish I had baby hair. I really wish I had baby hair.
Because it's been a trend for a
I
while.
try, but it doesn't work. You
No,
see?
you have them.
No, I don't. I have long hairs. And then I try, so I don't have that.
So you can
The
cut a
chicken.
little bit in.
Bella loves it.
Yeah, I know. She looks
No,
so
today
cute.
I don't have it, but yeah,
But you do
it.
have
So
some.
cute. You have a little swirl.
I like
Oh
this.
yeah, these ones.
Yeah,
okay,
on the
I
And
side.
then there are some people that have taken it crazy and the baby hair
Yo,
is
that-
now
that's
is
why I'm
joining in with the
like-
eyebrow. That's
Like
a
you,
trend.
you're doing
You don't
design on the sides of your head.
as long as they feel gorgeous and
No, it's not as long as
it's not
Is it a
does
yes
it
or no?
affect us. Does it affect us?
Tell them the
Is it
truth.
a yes or
Tell
no?
them the
Does it affect me?
Tell them the truth.
Is it a yes or no?
It's not nice.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I sit on the fence on this one?
No, you
Because
can't.
if I had
You
baby
have to
hairs,
make
look,
it.
I'll be sitting on my brows.
Really?
In your face. Curly hair.
Why
But
does
most
that
of
no,
it,
not
it's
really,
not even
really.
the natural hair. It's just
No,
like
I think what it is now, let's be real. The baby hairs we see are associated with lace front wigs. The lace front wigs are sitting further down the hairline.
Yes.
So I already have forehead gang. I've already got forehead.
Yeah.
So if I do it and I do my swellies, they are nowhere near
Your
my
brows.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
But there are some people that will do the lace front and they don't have that much of forehead
Yeah.
width.
So yeah.
And so when they bring the lace front down here, then by the time you
is
do
the
the
gap.
swoop, it's here. And the swoops are literally on your temple.
Yes.
And they are touching your brows. So really and truly, the baby hair is not with, it's mostly with, what you're talking about is mostly from lace fronts.
yeah, it's a
Guarantee
lace
you.
front.
It
It's a
is.
lace front.
It's mostly,
It is.
and because
Yeah.
we want to make the lace fronts look more natural.
Yeah.
But it's not making it natural.
It isn't?
No.
Well, it depends on how it's done.
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends.
There's some that look really natural. Now they found very creative ways of curling, the
Now,
hair before
I even
sticking
saw,
it.
I even saw the
So it
lace
looks-
fronts that are yours, but then they have the kinky hair in
Yes,
front
at the
that
tip, so you
allows
don't
you
see.
to
But
swoop.
then why would you go through all of that when you can just have an invisible lace?
My dear, it's not.
It's
Have
not-
you? There's no
Invisible.
invisible.
Huh?
Invisible where? It's never invisible.
you'll still see
You
it.
still
But
see
still,
it.
it's better than seeing.
No, you still see
You'll
it.
still see it.
And it's not cheap.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So not everybody can afford.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's it.
I don't wear wigs, so I wouldn't know how much it costs, but I'm sure it's expensive.
It is.
Yeah.
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 You would know.
We should enter that industry because the money,
Yeah, sure. It is
the money
expensive.
that it's inside.
It requires a lot of time as well.
Yeah.
So
The length-
constantly-
The
Yeah.
maintenance and all of
Yeah,
that.
and sometimes you can't really sleep well because you have to sleep like this because your
Oh
hair is
my
laid.
God. Hey!
You don't want to mess it up. It's so difficult. Now let's talk about taking makeup off.
Right.
Because as much as you're a makeup artist, you're also a skincare.
Yes, I'm actually a
person.
trained esthetician.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So let's talk skincare.
Throw that in.
I know it's wrong, first of all, to go to bed with your makeup on.
Truly
But
it
what's
is.
the best and easiest way to take off makeup?
Okay. I would say the first thing to do is to have a really good wipe. That's phase one. Because, just to use to manage the use of your cleanser. So for instance, we have the bi-face cleanser here. It would take me maybe about, if I had a full face of makeup, I would assume to get like a properly clean face, maybe 2 steps of cleansing. But if you have a wipe first, you can help to take off some of the heavier makeup first. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. They take off a wipe and then they stop there. And they think that that's their cleansing.
Yeah.
done.
And then everything
And I
is
would say
not
no,
off.
because the wipe itself has residue, oils, chemicals that it deposits on your skin. So afterwards, you should use a cleanser to take it off properly and pat the skin dry.
Okay. That's for when you have heavy makeup.
Any type
Or
of
even
makeup,
any
to be
type of
honest,
makeup?
because our pores are capturing all of that. So you
Yeah.
have to do it in 2 phases. I believe in doing it with a wipe first and then with a
In
cleanser.
the cleanser.
And after that, you have
And
to wash
maybe
your
even
face?
a cleansing cloth. And sometimes you have these cleansing cloths that are like erase cloths. So you can use that instead of a wipe because they
Okay.
take off a lot of the
Yeah.
makeup just with water. But you still need to use a cleanser to balance out your oils, close your pores, cleanse everything out. There are things that the wipe and the towel cannot reach, that the cleanser will be able to get into those
get
pores.
in.
And
Do you have to wash after you use your cleanser?
What do you mean?
So, for example, this is like a 3-in-1, 4-in-1.
Yeah,
kind of
because of the water
cleanser.
base.
Yes.
Do you get
So
it?
Yes.
you wouldn't necessarily need
that.
Yes.
to wash
So can you stop there, or do you still have to wash your face?
No, so for this one, it has oils in it as well.
Yeah.
So it's more nourishing.
Yeah.
But it depends on your skin type.
Okay.
It depends on your skin type. If you're someone that's already very oily, maybe you might not use a cleanser with a lot of oil in it. You need something to strip and then reapply your serums and your moistures.
Okay.
Your moisturizer, yeah.
Okay.
I see. That's interesting.
Thank you for the tips.
so
I've
welcome.
learned already about this cleanser wipe thing. I did not know about.
Really?
Yeah,
You
I
just go
know.
straight in with your
Yeah,
cleanser?
yeah.
And it works for some. But then try this for me.
Yeah,
when
I'll
you
try
finish
and
with your
see.
cleanser, take a wipe and wipe off and see if there's any residue on the wipe.
Okay.
And if there is,
I'll
that
try
means that your cleanser, you either need to cleanse twice,
Okay.
Yeah.
or you need to have a step before your cleanser.
Oh, I see.
Because I think we should always be economical with our products. Otherwise, you end up going through tons of product. Yeah.
Mine is almost
To me,
done.
the wipes.
Yeah, the
And
cleanser
to me, the
goes
wipes
out.
help because I can go closer to my eye with my
Eye,
finger. Whereas
yes.
with cleanser, sometimes it's hard to get in. So I
get
go
in.
and do all the little work first, and then I go in with a cleanser.
Hey, woman.
How
all that
often should
time.
you use face masks to clear? Because you know that
Face
goes
masks,
deeper.
Yes, I think once a week.
Okay.
Once a week, I think it's fine because they exfoliate. So you don't want to
Okay.
over exfoliate because then you overstimulate your skin.
Okay.
So once a week is good.
Yeah. Okay.
Once a week. Remember that, guys. Once a week.
At least once a week.
At least
Yeah.
once,
Yeah.
at most twice.
At most twice.
At
Okay.
most twice. Depends on the kind of skin you're dealing
That
with,
you
how
have
sensitive your
to.
skin is. Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you need to go professionally for your skin to be properly cleaned?
Ooh, if you've got the
money?
every 2 or 3 weeks, I would say go for a facial.
Every 2 or 3
Definitely.
weeks?
Definitely.
If you don't have money?
If you have skin concerns as well,
Uh-huh.
this is something that if you go to any facialist or esthetician, they will tell you that, oh, we need to see you again in 2 weeks or see you again in 3 weeks. So once you start going to see a esthetician for specific problems relating to your skin, these are like sometimes you have to know you're going to do 4, 6 trips,
Okay.
and those are going to be 2 or 3 weeks apart.
So you need.
But
to
if it's
plan.
just regular maintenance, once every 2 months, once every 3
Once
months.
every 2 or 3
Yeah,
months.
2 or 3 months is good. But for you, that's always on camera, darling. You should be, pampering
Oh,
yourself.
I go there every day.
Okay, there you go. So you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
because the time too,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy.
So if you're doing makeup regularly, heavy makeup from Monday to Friday,
Just Friday.
for example,
Every
you need
month.
to cleanse every month.
You mean to go to have
A
a facial,
Like a
professional
professional.
facial? Yeah, every month I think is good. That's decent.
The money, eh?
No, it's not even about the money. It's about the time, like you said.
Yeah.
For a lot of people,
You need to
they
take care of your skin.
Yes.
A lot
Yeah,
of
it's an
women
investment. It's an
forget.
investment. You just
I
have
think
to
that
do it.
skincare is very essential to how even makeup applies on your skin.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
believe that you need to take care of your skin. If your job demands that you're doing makeup or your work, your confidence, whatever it is that it does for you, if you're doing makeup
Yeah.
Monday through to Friday or as more than 4 or 5 times,
Yeah.
and reapplying maybe in the evening to go out for girls' drinks or something, you should be able to take care of your skin because
I agree. The same way you are spending on clothes,
Yeah.
you should be also investing
It's
in
important.
your skin. I agree. By the way, I'm seeing. Do you see her eyeshadows?
Yeah. They're
It's-
stunning.
it's been looking at me since I'm like this.
Yeah.
It's subtle, but it's so pretty. Like a touch
thank
of
you.
orange.
a sparkle.
Yeah.
Yes, a sparkle.
Lovely.
With a green base? Is it a green base?
No, it was like a eyelid topper. I just
Okay.
put it
Oh,
and
you
just
put
put it on there. So it has like different. It had like a holographic. It's got green. It's got orange. It's got pink.
Okay.
So it depends on where the light hits. It might give you a little dance.
Don't try this if you're not a pro.
Stop it.
How can we reach you? People who want to book Alexandrina in Ghana, and also you
pretty
travel.
easy.
She travels,
Yes.
everywhere.
That's
so-
pretty easy. So right now I'm working between here, Ghana, and the UK. But I travel anywhere for work.
Okay.
And I can be reached mostly on my Instagram,
Alexandrina
Makeup,
Okay.
and also via email,
Okay.
alexandrina@alexiglam.com.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't want to
We'll be
end
there.
this.
I know.
I'm going to be having, I know we talked about the last year when I had my
Yes,
masterclass,
yes.
and I'm gearing up for another one, a big one this year. So
I'm
you guys
supposed to be
should-
there. She's supposed to be there. as
Yes,
well.
Yeah,
I'm taking this as an
definitely.
opportunity to invite you all and stay tuned for the details.
Yay!
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Which
We'll be
which
there.
Last
area?
time my darling couldn't come because she was busy.
I was
I
at
remember.
work.
I remember
I
you had work. You were
This
so
year,
excited.
right?
Not so bad.
This is this year, yes. It's coming in August.
August.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll be there this time around.
Thank
I'll be your
you.
muse. Don't worry.
Yay.
Just let me know ahead of time. I'm
Can't
going to
wait,
leave that
can't
day.
wait. We come and sponsor whatever
Yes,
you need.
yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
bring,
I
we
love
bring
it.
everything.
Yes,
I love
agree.
it.
So, what does a lady need in her bag? What do you think? Must have.
This sounds like that kind of question if you're an island.
Yeah.
You could, if you're on island alone and you could pick one item.
Exactly.
What would it be? Yeah. Oh, it'll be my lip balm.
Okay.
Lip balm.
Yeah.
Not the gloss, the balm.
No, a balm.
Why?
It's just more.
Yeah, she's a gloss lady.
A gloss is more beautiful, more high gloss, but
But it doesn't moisturize.
it does. But then I'd still go for the balm because the balm is multitasking. The balm I have is Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream.
Okay.
And I can literally use it for cuts and grazes and stuff.
Really?
So I'm gonna be surviving longer than you with your lip gloss.
That one. Okay. 8-hour cream. So
8-hour
it stays
cream.
on for 8 hours.
No, it's like it's nourishing for 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't have to be shiny or glossy, but it's
Yeah,
still
it
doing
still
the
has
work.
like a Vaseline effect, but
Yeah.
then it also has multi-purposes, like for any scabs, like if you have little cuts and stuff. So I always keep a tin with me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah.
You should check it out.
Yeah. Especially for.
It's an old
for
school
you.
brand, but like it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. Elizabeth Arden is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. It was us. Tune in, subscribe, follow. Victorine tuning out. Peace out.